Yeah, look, I think your first run's very important. You know, it's really must finish in that top four, I think, to make it easy for yourself to win. I don't say you can't win it if you don't, but I think it's a lot harder because you have to have an extra round to the other guys that get, you know, one round off into rest. Certainly by the time you come to the final, if you cut that other round, you would be a little bit more fatigued than what the other guys are going to be.
To qualify top four is definitely important. You know, that one extra cut, if you're back in that bottom 8, guys, I think's a killer.
If you're not in the top four, you're really pushing it uphill.
Lining up first on the deck are two of the statesmen in the field, Tasmanian Matt Gurr, who will be taking on New South Welshman Dale Ryan.
3, 2, 1, go!
Gurr got the jump on Ryan from the start and grew that advantage over the 4 disciplines, claiming a 1 minute 49 second time, and Dale Ryan 1 minute 54. Tasmanian Cody Steers came out firing to set a solid time of 1 minute 35. Blake Meyer, on the other hand, struggled to get into his rhythm and was timed out after exceeding the 2-minute time limit. The Raging Bull from Queensland, Mitch Argent, came up against World Rookie Champion Dan Gurr in the time trial heat. Argent, last year's winner, put on a clinic and came out on top with the fastest time so far, 1 minute 21, while Gurr finished with a respectable 1 minute 39. 3-time International Champions Trophy winner Brad Deluso came out of the gate slowly. Up against newcomer Jake Dingle, Deluso failed to fire on all cylinders. He came home in a time of 1 minute 34, eclipsing Dingle with 1 minute 44, but falling well short of his expectations in the time trial. That could see him fail to claim a top 4 spot. In the next heat, Glen Gillam has the focus of an athlete that knows exactly what he needs to do.
If up against anyone in the competition this weekend, my strengths have to shine throughout all for consistency. I can't be stronger in one or weaker in another. I have to have a good, clean run, strengths in all, and just show consistencies, and I believe that at the end of the day will get us over the line.
He is up against the sole West Australian powerhouse in Brent Rees.
3, 2, 1, go!
With cat-like reflexes, the heat is underway. Both the guys looking comfortable on the STIHL MS661 chainsaws. They've got 10 centimetres of wood to make the cut, and it's Rees that gets to jump over Gillam in these early stages. The safety gear is off, and they're onto the other hand. They will look at putting 8 hits in the front and 8 or less in the back to sever the block, then moving as quickly as they can to the single buck. Look at Gillam go. His strike rate is nothing short of extraordinary. These guys are two of the biggest hitters in the sport. Gillam absolutely powering, and here's the first one through. Rees is not far behind, and after a quick transition, he's at the back of the deck and 2 strokes behind Gillam. Time-wise, they'll be looking to be around the 1 minute 20 mark for a top 4 position, and that's automatic entry straight into the quarterfinals. This is really close through the middle section. Rees looks to be making up some ground, but it's Gillam who gets through first, and he really has the momentum behind him to claim a top 4 spot if he can have a consistent cut in the standing block. Glen Gillam is really making a statement here today. Rees isn't letting up. He's chasing down Gillam, but he doesn't need to beat him. He just needs a solid time that will set him up for the rest of the competition. And there it goes. Gillam is home in the fastest time of the day so far, 1 minute 16 from the Big Victorian. Rees is powering on and looks to be putting the drivers in and demolishing that block. His time will not have the impact of Gillam's, but he finishes with a very respectable 1 minute 31. In other time trial heats, Queenslander Jamie Head took on Jack Argent in his first foray into the Champions Trophy. Head took the lead early, and his consistency scored him a spot in the top 4 with a time of 1 minute 31. But it was short-lived as the current world individual champion blazed through the pack. In a solo run, Victorian Laurence O'Toole showed the form and ability that claimed him the world title in Liverpool as he set a blistering pace. O'Toole just forged ahead of Argent, but it was not fast enough to topple Gillam, scoring the second fastest time of the day in 1 minute 21 and securing a top 4 spot in the time trial.